Hey, we're here, everybody. Just let everybody know we're here.
What are we doing here, bro?
We're here. welcome to all those who made it through the storm.
Come on now.
People are talking about the storm like it's like life changing. Like
It was crazy, and insane in my house. It was crazy. Snow was in. Jesus.
I had to call in reinforcements. I felt a little embarrassed because last year I had a snow blower. I had two snow blowers and a plow on my lawnmower.
Yeah.
And my lawnmower and the snow blower both broke.
Couldn't handle it.
And my other snowblower, I gave it to my brother because I was being cocky. I was like, "Yo, go ahead, bro.
Got two of them.
I only use electric. You know, I was in my electric phase. I was like, I only use electric." So I gave him a gas power joint. And so then this year I got a new lawnmower.
Yep.
Gas power, John Deere, S170.
Ooh.
So S170.
Okay, let's look.
But I was like, you know what? I don't need the plow right now. I'm good. And I kept telling myself that month after month after month. The show was like, yo, the plow costs about $700. I was like, I'm good. I'm not getting a $700 plow. I'm good. And then the snow happened. And I ordered me a plow. It's coming tomorrow. I won't get caught slipping twice. You only got to get me once.
All right, well, we're here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, or just gentlemen. I don't know how many ladies are watching tonight, but for the men out there, welcome to the Manhood Tree Podcast. My name is Abdul Rahman bin Muhammad. Sitting across from me, we have,
Alonzo Lee Beckett.
and tonight we have a one-man army.
Come on.
You want to introduce yourself, sir?
Yeah. I as always like to say that I'm the unspoken words of Martin Luther King and Malcolm X.
Yes.
I represent the brothers that rock chains and those that write checks.
Nice.
So that's Malik Champlain.
Malik Champlain.
Remember the name?
So-
You heard?
Malik's beard is looking extra crispy tonight, like he just got out of the barbershop chair.
Get out the chair.
So I would like to just set the challenge. I'll see you in 6 months, Malik. We'll see what's going on.
Yes,
you
sir.
gonna let it grow out?
Nah.
Oh, you're gonna stay right there?
Yeah.
Pull the other one. All right, because in 6 months I'll be the.
We already know why. You gave the reason why you cut it all the time.
Because you look like your dad.
Yeah, he's gonna cut it anyway.
No, I'm not.
So just get a little bit further than his dad had, and you'll win all the time.
This time I'm gonna keep it. But I think I'm a little off on my line. I already got a little hair right there. I'm a little upset about it. But we're not gonna get Anthony the barber over at Jaws Barbershop will get me right.
Shut up.
Yeah, will get me right and everything will be situated. All right, tonight on the show. First of all, everybody got through the snow. We're back. This is New England, people. We're not gonna make a big deal out of the snow. It's gonna snow. We've had a few good years where it hasn't snowed. Get over it. It's snowing again. So get your plow, get your snow blower, get some new shovels, get some ice melt, but do not complain about the snow. Everybody can't move to Florida, so we're gonna just accept that we live in Connecticut and we're gonna shovel snow. It is what it is. Give me a brr, 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 brr. Thank you. All right, so tonight's show, straight from the Manhood Tree curriculum. This is straight out the book. We're gonna talk about relationships, and I think that this is a good topic because, you know, when I wrote the curriculum, when I talked about relationships, typically when we talk about relationships, we immediately start talking about our relationship with somebody else.
Yep.
We think because it's a relationship, we have to have another person involved in that relationship. But when I wrote the curriculum, I said, you know what? The first relationship is the relationship with yourself. And so before we talk about any other kind of relationships tonight, I wanna talk about the relationship with self. And I think that for men in particular, this relationship with self is very important. What do you think, Malik? What do you think about the relationship with self as it pertains to men in particular?
Man, I think there's a lot to be said about it that's not said.
Yeah.
Right? I think in so many ways that as men we're performing, we're consistently trying to figure out what we can do for other people. But in so many cases, we're not even thinking about spending time with ourselves.
Yes.
Like in the quiet. You know, something that I know a lot of us have New Year's resolutions. And I know for me recently, some of those have been like starting my day off with 15 to 30 minutes of stillness, right? Getting back in the gym, and there's something about like getting the cardio that just gets my brain like I'm kind of in there that I got to filter out some things, and I'm not sure if I can speak for me that sometimes there's an avoidance I want, and not having to deal with that,
Right.
so then I can kick the can down the street and not have to actually heal.
Yeah.
Not understanding that healing is masculine.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah,
right?
very
And then-
much so.
So then I avoid it, and in this way of saying that I have things today, not understanding that if I don't heal the things that I need to do now within me,
Mm-hmm.
right, I'm gonna bleed on people who didn't cut me.
I like it. I like
Right?
it. Yes. What about you, Zoe? What about this relationship with self is important?
I think yeah, self-awareness, self-reflection.
Mm-hmm.
I think about things that like set me up for like success, basically, right?
Yeah.
In the morning, or like a routine I can do so I could be okay with myself
Yeah.
before I go do anything else. So I do those still, as far as like the meditation, and I try to when I'm in a car, I try to, I used to do it a lot, like, no music, no nothing, just drive, things like that. So I started doing that more, just the sound of the car, the sound of the, driving down the road or whatever, and my mind kind of, I don't say erases, but I feel like I get more done. I feel like I can think clearly when I'm like in a car,
Yeah.
and no music going, and I'm driving somewhere I know it's going to take me like 30 minutes.
Right.
I can think about a lot of things,
Mm-hmm.
rather than if I'm like in an office or in a room, I can't, because
Just,
there's
just driving along.
so much stimulation going around. In the car, you just turn the radio off and you kind of in there by yourself, and you can kind of self-reflect,
Right.
ask yourself questions, answer questions, things like that. So I think, to his point, like, I try to. I guess that's still, but I'm in there not talking to anybody, but I feel like I'm talking to everybody as I'm driving.
Is this something? This whole relationship with self, is this something that we're taught? So in your family or anywhere in school, is there somewhere you learned how to be able to deal with yourself and be able to kind of like have a relationship with yourself where it's a positive and good relationship? And has there been times where the relationship with self was actually negative?
I think that's a great question, actually, because I was gonna, as you were processing it, as you were saying, I was processing in my head, like, the majority of my life, my relationship with self has been negative. It wasn't
Talk about
until
that.
about 3-4 years ago that I actually changed that, and I think it was almost like, if anything, what I was given was that to be your biggest self-critic,
Right.
right? But I think a lot of that, those childhood traumas, or the things that you need. The way that I put it is this: the same boots that got me through the mud are not the ones that are gonna help me climb the mountain.
That's right.
Right? So like when you come from this thing where like this where you cannot make certain mistakes. You can't be in certain cars. You can't go with certain people when you have this like this idea of like I have to make it regardless.
Right.
And a lot of times like it's this like this inner voice, inner monologue that I had where it was like it was shame.
Right.
And shame was heavy, right? And for me, shame either causes me to avoid, but also there's like this like fear factor that it causes for me to like excel at something.
Okay.
So whether it's like my anxiety, right? But the other part is that not having the language before. But it was really like my anxiety caused for me to over prepare.
Right.
Right? So then like in my head, I'm just like, I'm getting on myself so that no one else can get on me harder. Right? So instead of being my best friend, I'm my biggest critic. And it wasn't until I had a professor at UConn who told me, like, Malik, I want to be very clear with you. Like, I can tell that, like, you're really hard on yourself. And if you if you were your own friend, you wouldn't be friends with yourself.
Wow.
And I felt
I was
like,
gonna ask you, what does this sound like? Like, if you think back to that time, what does it sound like when you're not?
no, I still fight it.
Oh, okay. Well, what does
It's
it
just
sound
the
like?
voice isn't as big,
Yeah.
right? It's just, like, what, are you serious? Like, really? This is like, you're supposed to be the guy.
Right.
This is what you're doing?
Yeah.
Right? Like, you're not as good as you think you are.
Ooh.
Right? Oh, no, maybe you're a fraud. Maybe, like you're telling people this, but you're not, maybe what they're saying is right.
Right.
Right? And this, but also this idea that, like, the scarcity mindset. You're not smart enough to be in this room.
Wow.
So you gotta do everything. You have to shake hands and kiss. You have to smile every 5 seconds. You got to make everybody happy. You have to perform. Love isn't given to you because you are not enough.
Wow.
Right? You have
Yeah.
to work for it and earn it every day. And wait, maybe Abdul was not. He didn't call me because he doesn't really like me. Because I didn't call him, or I didn't check up on. Or let me go. Right? Like that. Like that's
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
Right.
If
Right.
I allow it to run the roost.
Yeah.
Instead, and this is where I guess I go back to, like, from self to connections of brotherhood, but also like processes of healing, is that like I am worthy
Mm-hmm.
of love, regardless of what I do.
Yeah.
I am worthy of peace. I am. I deserve a break,
Mm-hmm.
and I deserve. I promise you, Malik, you deserve grace,
You deserve grace.
and you give it, but you have to be okay with receiving it.
That's deep. That's deep. So what about you?
I think society, friends and family put like certain pressures on you,
Yeah.
or and as you grow up, you asked that I always feel like I had an idea of what self was.
Mm-hmm.
Like growing up, there was no conversation of that. So as I got older, I kind of realized like I need to take care of myself. Like you can kind of look from the outside in and be like, I think I need to take care of myself, meaning like know what I like, know what I don't like, know what I want to be around, who I want to be around. I can control those things.
Right.
And I thought, and I still do, if I can control those things that I like to do or like about myself, I don't too much have to worry about like the result of things because it'll all kind of be it'll kind of work itself out because I'm doing things that I truly love.
Mm-hmm.
And experiences has helped me.
Yeah.
Like experience in life. Thinking you may like something, then you realize you don't.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I also have the same, like I talk to myself, self-doubt as far as just for myself.
Yeah.
Thinking why certain people don't hire me or do things for me. I always turn it internal.
Yeah.
And we speaking like that's like a sports thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if I see something, basketball, like if I see something I like that he's doing or whatever, I'm gonna try to take that and mold it in my game.
Right.
I realized through like sports too, like hard work, I can eventually get what I want. And if I'm not, I always felt like in sports it was kind of cut and dry, but it's not like that in life. It's like sports is like you didn't start because you weren't good enough. Boom,
Right.
It's cut and dry. In life, you weren't selected for something. It wasn't probably just because you weren't good enough. There was some other variables. But I always look at it as cut and dry.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't good enough. So then I self-reflect, and then I think that helps me sharpen myself even more because I self-reflect on what I need to do, and I do those things. So I guess and also like speaking to older people and seeing how other people live their lives, people that I may admire or even not know, but I could just see them from afar and see what you can see their self-awareness and how they carry themselves,
Right.
right? And it's an ever evolving thing.
The thing I find interesting about the relationship with self is if you don't get that right, how can you have any other relationships? So like, how can you legitimately go love somebody else if you don't truly, fully, 100% love yourself? Like, what kind of so you're going in at 67% love for yourself, and then you're gonna get in a relationship with somebody, and you only got 67%, and you want them to give you that other 33%.
Yeah.
To fill you all the way up. They got to fill your cup up. And then it's like, well, what do they have left if they got to fill your cup up? We got to be able to come in at 100%. We got to be fully like saying like, okay, at the very least,
Right.
I love me.
Yeah.
At the very least, I think that I'm a good guy. And so a lot of times what people are doing based on their childhood trauma, based on the way they went through their teenage years or where they are as an adult, they're going into other relationships with already kind of like messed up because they haven't gotten to the point where they can conquer that self-doubt, conquer those negative messages that are coming from them, which is, it's crazy when you think about it more. It's like somewhere in your mind there's a whisperer who's whispering negative things instead of positive things.
Yeah, someone just commented. What's his name? Stefan. He was saying we don't think about ourselves until something in life something life changing happens to
Right.
us. So that's too as well. Like you don't really think about like mortality if someone close dies to you, like how you would deal with it, right? You don't
Yeah.
really think of like, hey, because for the most part, I was pretty lucky. For the most part of my life, no one passed until my 40s.
Right.
No one like really, really close.
Then
to me.
people just start going.
Right. So then you have to deal with that, and then it changes you.
It does.
How you deal with people going forward, because like when you don't have the death experience until you're later in life, you feel as if everyone's going to always be there. They're going to be there. That's just them. They're losing people, not me. And then you do. Now you got to kind of like recalculate like how much time you should spend with people. You should call them. You got to be more deliberate about calling people and spending time with people. And before you didn't have to do that. So that kind of changes you to being like, hey, you weren't such a mushy person or not. Now you're going over to see people all the time because you kind of realize that it's
You
not
want that relationship. You want to build on that because you recognize time isn't infinite.
right.
Mm.
But something hasn't happened. People tell you all the time, "Hey, you're not gonna live forever." Like,
Right.
And then something happens, like, man, they're right.
Yeah.
Even though they were right the whole time, but it doesn't kind of you don't kind of internalize it until it happens to you.
I feel like you had something to say. Go ahead.
No, I just I think sometimes we when you ask the question or talking about like how can we love on people and not really like love ourselves, it's like we're given these roles sometimes, right? That we're performing and playing. At least for me, just like idea of provide and protect. And when we're kept in these very like archaic roles and not given the comprehensiveness of being like a full man, then we're limited.
Right.
So then in essence, we don't have to deal with those things. And then things in life happen and we don't feel prepared. We don't have the tools. And then like sometimes we hurt ourselves, we hurt others, or we avoid and neglect.
Yeah.
Right. And then so then I fall into this idea of like I'm at a point my wife was like I was the temperature instead of the thermostat of my life, and my wife could dictate that.
Right.
Other people could dictate that.
She could just say a couple words and it changes your whole thing. Yeah.
And we say stuff like, "Oh, he wears his emotion on his sleeve.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
very passionate." And
Yeah.
it's like, no, because that's what goes back to that part of self is that I spent time with myself.
Right.
Finally, like stopping the music and being like, "Yo, you have to be where your feet are, bro."
Yeah.
And when I started spending like that time, like grounding myself, I started finding out like that, like the antecedent of my behavior was like this thing where it's like I put lipstick on a pig. Like I got the haircut.
Yeah.
I got the vernacular. I put the suit on, right? But I'm still bleeding on people in private who I'm closest with because it's a mask.
Yeah.
Because what's behind the mask, right, is this blemished face, right? Like, is this idea that like, and I can only speak for me.
Yeah.
Like, I think for me, it's like, I'm like, oh, I'm good. Like, I didn't go into drugs or getting locked up, and my father wasn't around. And I'm like, I'm good. That is the mask, bro. I promise you.
Right.
Right? Because then eventually, like, it starts to eat at you. Because there was that thing where it was like, well, I'm going to do so good that when he hears my name, he's going to know he had nothing to do with this. Right?
Right.
And then all of a sudden, you slay the dragon, and the only thing left to slay is me.
Yeah.
And I'm chewing on myself bit by bit, right? And this idea that it looks good on the outside, but the people close to you, they can see it because you start to crack, right?
Right.
And I just like I think about that, and then I'm also like, how does that also play? It plays in my other relationships. I think about like older cousins of mine. I think about friends I've had, like long-term relationships that I outgrew, but still played small and said yes to things because I didn't have a compass or like boundaries as a man because I didn't know who I was. Like I was saying yes when I meant no, but I was betraying myself.
Right.
And I would do it with them. My wife is one of the nicest people I know, and I would do it with her. I would do it with my mother. Like, and I'm 6'6", 305 pounds, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
You're a big dude.
I could say no,
Yeah.
but I'm not.
You just
and it's
saying,
just
yeah,
like,
you're
oh,
a yes man.
Oh, he's generous. Oh, he's loving.
Right.
Oh, and it's like, no, there's something insidious inside of those yeses that should be no's.
Yeah.
That's not linked to strength because now I'm going to fulfill those out of shame or guilt versus being strong enough in self to be okay to say no because I don't want to commit to something that's going to make me have resentment towards you.
So the question becomes this, and this is for us and for other people listening. What can we do? What can men do right now? Like right now, we're gonna say, okay, before I go out and have me an intimate relationship, before I go hang out with my boys, before I can hide, before I go somewhere where I can hide, because everybody's just paying attention to my relationships with other people, and then I even think about my relationship with self. What can I do right now to improve my relationship with myself? How do I make that relationship strong and powerful and positive for that matter?
Me personally, it's things that I see for myself, that I want for myself. Like I want health, right? I want to be healthy enough to enjoy the future. My wife, my son, he has kids. I want to be healthy enough to do that.
Yeah.
So self-love to me is taking care of myself, right? Also taking care of like my mental. Like this is kind of therapy, right? We
Yeah.
come here every Tuesday, we talk.
Talk
And we
it out.
talk a bunch of times, not even knowing it's like it's not a scheduled type of thing, but we speak a lot, and that helps a little bit for me to talk through things.
Yeah.
Right. So those two things. So it's like if you want to concentrate on yourself, health is important. The mental health is important too. So you want to do something every day
Yeah.
that tackles those things. That's for you. Because a lot of things you do every day that's not for you. That is kind of habit form. So you can form a habit into like working out, to meditating, to the various things you see. I don't want to say what they should be, but for myself, like I said, it's like my health, what I eat, like who I spend my time with, right? And like things I work on, like things I want to look forward to, like, and that's self. And these are all for me. These things make me feel good. For me to do like documentaries, for me to do this, I like those things. And I think that I'm fine with that. Saying that, I'm fine being by myself.
Yeah.
Right, because I have things to do for myself. Sometimes people aren't cool with being by themselves. They don't really have anything to do for themselves.
Right.
Right. They're watching TV or whatever, not really doing anything for themselves. So I think you should find something that you want to be. You want to become. But I'm not saying that you're it already, what you're thinking of being, but you want to become healthier. You want to have better friends. You want to have better relationship with people. So you work on those things daily, like you work on anything else. So it's actually something you have to do. It's not something that just happens
Right.
by chance.
What were you gonna say, Malik?
I was sitting here writing, and I was like, men are trained to endure, not to examine self honestly. And I'm obviously projecting myself, but this idea that like checking in with myself and pausing to do that, creating margin within my life to really ask those questions. Like I love what Zoe was saying, and something he said even from the very jump, which is just like, yo, like who am I? Like outside of these roles, like who is Malik, man? What do I really like?
Right.
And I started this thing where it was like these micro things that I had to do for myself. So like my health insurance, I go see, shout out to Dr. Ali. I go over there and I get a 30-minute massage.
Nice.
Right? My homegirl Maria be hooking it up, right? But I'm like, I'm gonna go get this massage. I'm gonna go catch this movie.
Yes.
I'm gonna go read this book at this cafe that I heard about out here in Hartford or Bristol or wherever. I'm gonna go grab something to eat at this food spot that I saw on Instagram. I just want to go. There's some me
Experience
stuff.
it for you.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just started like those things started helping me just get in tune almost with somebody that I never met. And as I'm like thinking about that, like the other part is that like as I'm asking who are you, and I'm doing things to kind of figure that out. I'm also like, for me, like my faith is important.
Right.
So who am I? Whose am I? So who does God call me to be? Like who does He say that I am? And also wearing that, because especially for me, like that being my heavenly Father, and how important that is to me.
Right.
But the other part that I had wrote down here was there was a season about 5-6 years ago where I jumped into Stoicism. Like the Meditations of Marcus Aurelius. Ryan Holiday has some really good stuff with like ego is the enemy. And then the Stoic Dad, right? And like that just really helped me, because I believe, right, identity building, but also emotional regulation helps you know who you are, and then also respond away like to the highest form of who I am.
Right.
So as I'm responding and I'm acting and I'm providing for the people around me, to provide emotional safety and security is for me to be regulated. So like I wrote here, like I had to stop shutting down and blowing up and start just being present and regulated and grounded. But to do that, I had to practice that. And Stoicism really allowed me not to ignore my feelings, but to choose how I wanted to express them from a place of strength, not default.
Yeah. One of the things I wrote down roles because I think that a lot of times as men, we get caught up playing a role. So we're playing these roles, like you were saying, provider and different things like that. But it's like, it's not connected to anything that is really who we are. So we get so caught up in being, like, like you say you're from Brooklyn. So we get caught up from being from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. I'm from New York. I'm from this. And it's like, it becomes so hard to identify you in the roles, because the roles come with something. It's almost like I can associate with these roles, and then that can become me. I don't have to be anything. I'm just the roles. Hey man, I'm from New York, man. What? And then I wear a suit every day, and so there's a role that I'm playing. Oh, I'm the executive director. So before I'm Abdul, I become the role. And so it's easy to fit into the role, and it's not so easy being Abdul. It's not so easy recognizing the and respecting me. Like and so I think that one of the things I would say to anybody listening is that you got to stop trying to like attach yourself to these roles. The role I'm a father. And that becomes what, everything I do everything for my kids, everything. And it's like in society, they'll pat you on the back for being a great father. Yeah. But the thing is that where are you in that fatherhood? Yeah. Where is the you in all of these different roles? Yeah. And so I think that that's the thing we have to identify is that, okay, I'm operating under these roles, even as a man, I'm operating as a man, but where am I? Like what about my manhood are the things that are uplifting me, the things that are making me be like what am I putting into the manhood? Not necessarily what is manhood putting into me. Right. And I think that that's what happens a lot of times is that we pick a bunch of adjectives, a lot of positions, and then we just take on a position. So it's like today I'm a firefighter, and what do firefighters do? They're brave. They go into the fire. They don't run away. But it's like, yo, where are you in all of that stuff? So I think that's another little piece that I wanted to throw out there for everybody.
I love it because it makes me think of this idea of values versus virtues. Mm-hmm. And then so many times we pick up these virtues about ourselves that are like a word, right? So like having integrity versus like this idea of values is like to do the thing. Mm-hmm. Like values is doing it, is not the word, right? Yeah. So I'm going to stand for what I believe in regardless of circumstances. Right? Like that idea. So I think about that in terms of like when I'm understanding the values and goals, like coming into, let's say, the new year, with roles, I always think of goals. Yeah. And like and I had to get selfish with some goals. Right, and and I know me and the homie always come back and forth talking about each other. But shout out to my brother Demetrius, which is like we started off the year again going through like a 5-page like these are our goals, right? And really like working through processing on the goals, and also having brotherhood on how we can support each other. What does that check-in look like? What does accountability look like? And also like the to this point. To be able to process out loud, like I know for him is like I had to tell him like one of my goals this year is that I'm not leaving 2026 without having my doctorate degree. Okay. Right. So like there was a point where it's like I'm gonna do it for the kids. I'm gonna do it for damn the kids. It wasn't motivating me. It just became something where it was like, well, why do you want it? Because I want it. Right? Because I want it. Because I gotta get what I want. Yeah. Right? Because 1% of people have it, and I'm a 1% type dude. Right? I want it, and I'm hungry for it. Right? But I had to like accept that and be okay with that, like that energy.
But you're not just you want it. You're gonna do everything you have to do to get it too. Yes. You don't want an honorary doctorate degree this year. Nah. You want the doctorate degree that you earned, you worked for, you cried maybe a little bit. I watched my wife get her doctorate degree, and there's some tough nights you got to get through to get that doctorate degree. It ain't just like they're just gonna give it to you because you're a nice guy in our community. Right. A lot of people have those, and no knock to them. But it's different when you paid your money, when you set a goal, when you stayed up late, when you wrote that dissertation, where you got it rejected the 4th time, and graduation is coming. And if you don't get this right before this date, guess what? You're gonna have to take another semester.
I love that because when you go back to identity, I had to find the identity of my. So this is what we got to, was that we got to this identity of self, which is I still have stuff to prove.
That's right.
I still got stuff in the tank. I'm still a dog. I still want this. Yeah. That passion, that hunger, that drive, it's still alive. Right. And guess what? And it's okay to be selfish enough to say that I want it and I'm going to go get it. Okay. Now, mind you, I still go talk to the wife, talk to the kids, right? But I'm informing, like, hey, this is where Pops is going to go get, right? And now they're on the team, like, yo, hey, go handle that. Right. Hey, are you working on that, right? And I think about that because those things bring you like right now getting back into the gym, right? Like the other day, like I lifted 225 10 times, right? I was just like, I haven't done that in a couple years.
Yeah, I've never done that.
But what I'm saying though is that, but getting back to that, right, is that like that was like checking off a supplemental goal,
Right.
and being like, and my wife's like, well, why are you like? I was like, I came home like, yo, just banged it out, feeling good,
Right.
And it's like, no, that's a me thing, like
Yeah.
I can feel it, like I feel good about it,
Yeah.
and there's something in that, like that identity of setting goals,
Right.
that gives you that like a positive self talk.
Zoe's gonna drop down to what is it, 7% body fat?
I'm getting like the 8 to. I'm at 15. But
okay,
anyway, listen. We talk about.
I remember
yeah,
you
yeah.
showing you the picture. I was just come on, go
listen.
ahead.
Let's get it.
The whole thing you're talking about is the me thing, right?
Yeah.
This is like the whole thing about self and everything. We were talking about the other day. I go to the gym. I do all these things. I was doing like 45 straight. All that stuff is for me.
Right. Nobody else.
For nobody else. It's like only time you can't. There's no pat on the back unless you want one. But hey, I'm doing. They post things. People post things a lot because they want the gratification of people saying you're doing a great job.
Right.
Maybe they're not. But I think that's the wrong way to look at it because you should be doing it for yourself, regardless
Right.
whether someone's watching or not, because you're going to get the benefit.
Yeah.
Like you felt good when you lift that weight. You felt that. That feeling you felt.
Nobody else gonna feel it.
But you give that energy to the world because you felt great for yourself. So like most of the stuff you do to make you feel great, the things you do for yourself.
Yeah.
So you should feel proud to go to the gym every day, to eat right every day, to not have that, to eat whatever you're not eating pork or whatever you're not doing that you made. Like I wrote something this morning. Like Kobe had said, well, yeah, he kind of the Mamba mentality,
Yeah.
right? And my definition is that when you make a deal with yourself, you just you don't break it.
Right.
That's it.
That's
Sign the
it.
contract.
Right, it's just me. It's me. No one knows that I wanted to do this. I don't
Right.
got to tell anybody, and I think we get into the habit of if I tell everybody, they'll hold me accountable.
Right.
They don't really, you know what I'm saying?
You can always get out there
Right, you can get out of the accountability, but not with yourself. You have to stay, and you do that. That's holding yourself. You feel, it makes you feel a certain way.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you can do anything.
Yeah.
Like personally, I think I could do anything because I do a lot of things that I didn't in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna try it, and I do it.
Right.
Like man, like the Ramadan. I thought that was crazy 6 years ago.
Do
I
it.
did it one time, and now I feel I do it every year. Not even the religion part of it, but I like it, and I like the fact that I'm able to challenge myself. And at the end, I feel great that I did it.
Right,
And,
right.
and it affects me in everything I do because I did something for myself, and I feel great.
Yeah.
So I think when you do something, you should do it for yourself, not for. I know it sounds crazy.
Do
not
it for
not
yourself.
not for your kids, your wife, your mother. That's great, man. But you got to do it for you, and then they'll reap the benefits of you having this new energy because you feel good about yourself.
Right. All right, so let's move on. Let's go to intimate relationships. So we're all married.
Yes, sir.
And I guess when we talk about intimate relationships, we're talking about romantic partnerships, co-parenting, vulnerability. So how's that going? You know, I've been married 22 years. You've been married
14.
14 years.
Going on, it'll be 20 on February 14th.
Okay, so 20 in a few weeks you got a big one coming up. So how are intimate relationships different from the relationship with self and other relationships?
How is it different?
Yeah, it's
There's obvious reasons why some of them are different, but I think like as I got older, my relationship has gotten different with my wife. At first, it was very physical because we're young. We're like, we're all over each other.
Yeah.
And that kind of goes down. You have kids, and then it's like things in life happen. So it's like emotional people pass and
Yeah.
hard times happen. Then you get the emotional part, how to support that way.
Yeah.
Then we're like in a friendship role now. Like it's like being around each other, just hanging out and stuff. So it's like different, but it's all good because we kind of like learn each other through the whole way.
Right.
And everything's very easy. I don't know. I don't like. I don't envy the people right now that are looking for someone. Right.
Yeah.
I really don't.
I agree.
Because
It's hard.
it very is hard. Like 'cause I don't even know how I would start that process. Right. I won't even know how I would start it because like my wife just knows me. Right. And it's knows me to the fact that sometimes it's irritating. Right. Knows me too well.
Right.
Right. It was like, yo, chill. I know.
Yeah.
Right. So, the difference I think it's an evolution, and if you're with the right person, it gets better as you go and you learn things about each other, and it's not like it used to be. The intimacy and you think it would be, but it's not, and it's okay. It can be whenever you want to, because but it's just not. It's on a different level. Our love, it's like on a different level than it used to be when we first got together.
Yeah. Malik, what you got?
What's the question again?
The difference between intimate relationships, but the difference between that and a relationship with self or a relationship with other people.
I would say me and my wife been rocking together. I've known since I was 22, rocking since I was 25. And I think about my relationship with her is the has been the greatest. I have seen the greatest parts of myself.
Mm-hmm.
She's exposed the worst parts of me.
Mm.
We have built a relationship that I never knew I would have with somebody.
Mm.
I think I had had some damaged goods on me of like there's a layer that I just won't let like a black box I won't let people get to with me.
Right.
That she was able just through love and consistency to get to.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if anything, like it's almost like it feels sometimes even like it's different now because we just been together so long. But it's like when someone starts to become like your person,
Mm-hmm.
where you really can depend on them, and you really have felt like a lot of people that you thought you could
Right.
didn't, and that kind of made it hard for her at first.
Mm.
It's almost like a dangerous love.
Yeah.
And it's like to let somebody in a place that like isn't fully, it's still under construction,
Mm-hmm.
and she still loves you even though she sees like she just knows everything,
Mm-hmm.
and like still looks at me as if I hung the stars for her.
Wow.
And there's something like that's just special about that
Mm-hmm.
that allows you to carry it with as it's fragile,
Yeah.
but then also durable in this way, if that makes sense. So it's like it's something that I treasure, but at the same time, like I think loving, for me, I've learned that like loving someone in that way is also like they give you the ability to crush you,
Mm-hmm.
and there's something powerful about that.
Yeah. It's fragile.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could be doing great one day, and then the next day you could be doing like, what the hell? I'm about to get out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so I think that the difference for me is that nobody else gets that close. You know, like where it's like other than yourself, like there's you know yourself, but there's aspects of it where it's like, you know, you sleep with them, you live with them, you know, so when you take off the mask,
Work with them.
you work with them. Yeah. So it's like you take off the mask for everybody else in the world and they see you, you know, bare.
Yeah.
And so I think that, and the other thing is I think whether even with your parents, if you have your parents there and you watch what they do, you still don't there's nowhere where you learn it.
No.
So you're learning on the fly. And so the whole thing to get to that point of trust, of being able to let down your guard. I mean, I'll be honest, I think that takes a long time to really like, because it's intimate where, you know, we could be talking about sex and things like that, but I'm talking like beyond sex. It's intimate in the sense of being able to say, I've been able to really share my real self. So like I'm comfortable with myself, or maybe I'm not comfortable with myself, but I'm sharing that person with another person. And I'm hoping that this person accepts me. You know? At my lowest points, like, you know, like I had kidney failure. There's a picture of me. My wife took a picture of me. I'm on the back porch. I just got out the hospital, and I look a mess. I'm like leaned over, and it's just like I got a cover wrapped in the middle of the summer, and I got a cover on, and it's like you don't want people to see you like that.
No.
But somebody, if you're really intimate with them, if you're really close to them, because nobody else would see me like that,
Right.
you know. And it's funny, like she was saying, like, but actually some people, and so it's interesting because usually when we talk about intimacy, we're talking about like our spouse or something like that. But you can have friends where it's an intimate relationship too, when they're really like showing up for you and they're really like a part of your life in a certain way. And so I think it's something that we should probably talk about a lot more.
Yeah.
Because I think that a lot of men, they lose that intimacy. They lose the opportunity for it because they'll have it. And they'll lose it because they're getting bad information. You know, because all the information, like right now, you know, I love listening to like like I was listening to Teddy Pendergrass the other day.
Come on.
And I was like, damn, this dude is singing. But it's like if you listen to a lot of the music now,
Yeah.
they like they're literally saying you know, we about to have sex right now. You know, not to say Teddy Pendergrass wasn't, because he was getting turn off the lights.
Yeah, but you had to think about
But
it.
you know, he's setting it up. Light a candle.
Like, what is he doing?
Okay.
You know,
Yeah.
but I think that it's really one of those things where we're getting so much information. Like the young people, they're on TikTok, they're on Instagram, they're on the internet all the time, and there's so many experts that are telling them stuff that may not be in their best interest because that allows them to miss out on having intimacy. So
What poet? One of your poets used that word. You put I think your guy Doug, the fatherhood guy.
Doug Edwards.
Yes, he used intimacy. He said, "Into me I see."
Into me I see. Yeah, that's deep.
Yeah, it said something. He had something to the effect of that, saying like, "What is intimacy?" He's like, "Into me." That means like I can see into myself. That you need to be able to see into yourself.
Right.
The intimacy with yourself before you can have anybody else.
It always comes back to self.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like if you're gonna be really intimate, you got to be kind of like
Into your
Good.
You know the funniest thing, like the most confident people, people like, oh, he's egotist. Oh, look at him.
Yeah.
They just really believe in themselves. Man.
yeah, I like those.
Right. Some people really, and you be like, man, that's kind of to me. I do too, but some that's like, oh, like stand off.
It's,
like, oh,
it's,
what
it's
is-
too much.
He likes himself that much. Like, yeah, that's cool. I like that. That's but
Confidence.
as society they look at it as being it's egotistical. It's not. No, you're better than him. You don't show him that you're better than him.
Right.
Right. It's like the sports thing too. Like you're better than him. Like in sports, it's like crush him.
Yeah.
That's why I like sports. Like in sports, you crush him. You're not feeling sorry because he can't guard you. You don't feel sorry for the
Going
guy.
by him.
You're gonna make them get him out the game.
Right.
And in life, that's how life should be. Instead of life, it's like, hey, go easy on him. Life, just go easy. You know he can't. Nah, man, get him out the game. But they don't do that in life.
Yeah.
Right?
So what about love? What about love? So there's intimacy.
Yeah.
But now talk to me about love, like the expression of love.
Love is a verb, right?
Yeah, it's an action word.
And so
That's
so
right.
so it's something that we're constantly doing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm always asking myself. I've learned to complain less and ask more questions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for me, it's like when I've asked something like, let's say, of my wife, or she does something that like I'm like, man, like this is rough. Or even thinking of the kids, is like, at what point am I loving them versus just expecting from them?
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the idea of love is really like the concept that like when I would do certain things for a stranger, and then there's this ability of like, because I love you, I'm going to be of stewardship. I'm going to be of service. I'm going to do this thing that maybe even is uncomfortable and or something that is bothersome for me right now, but I'm doing it because I love you.
Right.
Right? Like I think about a friend of mine, my boy Ro, his father had passed away a couple years ago. And he called me and his girl was away and she's like, man, I just really feel bad for him. I said, say less. I drove to Boston. And it just like, and I just sat just to be physically near him. We might have said 5 words.
Right.
But I'm like, I'm going to be here. I got work in the morning. But
Yeah.
I'm going to be here and I'm going to figure it out. Right? Like,
right.
I think about like the little things where you just like, yeah, I might have to pick this up. But like I do this out of love, and I think that like love is doing, especially when the circumstances are ones that you're typically can be a struggle.
Yeah. So you got anything you want to add to that?
I think like in case of my wife, like love gives her like an out real quick before I go crazy.
Okay.
'Cause I'm thinking this happened. I know she loves me, so this ain't what I'm thinking, right? And then right. So then we'll talk about it. And normally she loves. She's not doing anything out of hate. So
Right.
it depends on like if the person loves me, they get a lot of grace.
Yeah.
If I think they have love for me, then that kind of then what happens after that conversation, we decide whether they really love me or not.
Right.
Right. And then the aspect of like being there for people. I also think that's a sign of love. Like when people need you,
Yeah.
emotional support, any type of support, the type of support, and the love thing to me is like I would expect someone to do the same that I would do for them, right? And I know, like
It may not happen.
right? But I know like certain things that happens to me, I know that you'll be there, and I know certain people will be there because I would be there.
Right.
So that's all I would need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And certain people I know that won't be there, so I know where that stands.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how I kind of the whole love to me, nip it up in the bud is basically, I just want you to treat me how I'm going to treat you.
Yeah,
'Cause I'm going to
it's
treat
reciprocal.
you right. Yeah, I just want to treat you with love. So your love is definitely reciprocal.
Take me a step further though. What does it feel like? Like identify
Okay.
the feeling of love. Maybe there's somebody that never felt love before.
I mean, it's also like, man, I think about my children, man.
Yeah.
I think about like this is going to like my firstborn daughter Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
And I think about like, when she was born, like this instant rush of like
Dopamine.
yeah, like
Mm.
like this protection, this ability, like even as she's grown, as my kids have grown, like this idea that like I can be so angry or upset about something, but I love them so much more than I'm angry, right? That like it covers, but like it's this like it's impossible for me not to love you anymore, right? I think about man, I think about the way that my wife betted on me when I didn't bet on myself, and when I think about those times. Getting to what we talked earlier, it erases a multitude of sins,
Right.
but it's also this like sometimes even this overwhelming feeling of like I don't deserve this, like this level of love I don't deserve this, or like with my son sometimes is healing, right? Like when like he's at an age now where like he could be in my skin, he would be, right? Like today we hung out and he's with me and like he's just like wherever dad go, I want to go. And then like he just like, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Right. And I never got to be that kid.
Right.
And so like love is like by loving him or being loved by him is like healing the parts of me that I didn't even know like were still needed to be healed.
Yeah. Love. They say love should have brought you home last night.
I'm about to say love should brought you home.
Yeah. But love is one of those things. It's like there's love, and then they say there's unconditional love, and I think that all love is unconditional.
Come on.
Because it's like when you love someone and you kept saying how you love them so much, and I often talk about when I'm doing my manhood tree curriculum, I talk about how a lot of men have love like that for other men. I go to the prison once a week, and a lot of them dudes are in there because of something they did for another man. And they did it because they love them. They put their life on the line. They literally have gotten themselves in a situation where they got to go do time. And they would never identify it that way. Because that's why I asked about the feeling. Because sometimes the word, people can't find that word when they think about their relationships. They can't, especially men to men. They may not say, they might not say I love you. But their actions, the things that they're doing, it looks just like love to me.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna sacrifice myself, I'm gonna go sacrifice myself. So whether I'm standing out on the block selling drugs or I'm willing to pull this trigger, it's not anger, it's love. It's saying like I want to protect this guy so much that I'm gonna go first, and you come behind me, and it's like a crazy love, right? It's like not necessarily what we want, but once again I go back to the point that I don't think we're being taught like truly what love is, like what love can do to you. And so when you have unconscious love, this is unconscious. I don't even know why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
To me, that's like a high form of love. When you're responding without thinking.
Yeah.
And so I always ask a lot, like, why would somebody do that? Why would somebody jeopardize themselves for somebody else? It's unconscious. I love this person so much, I didn't even think about what the consequences of my behavior might be.
Yeah.
And then it's like, if they took a minute and said, hold up, so if I do this, I'm going to have to do 10 years. They love them so much, they're going to do the 10 years. I go to jail, I work with the dudes, they doing 40 years, a 40 piece. And what did you do it for? I murdered this guy, he's messing with my boy, blah, blah. That's love, man. It's crazy. But it's like split second. And it's the same way we think about our children. If our kids need something, I'm gonna figure out how to do it immediately.
Yeah.
If somebody is gonna hurt a car's coming, fathers be jumping in front of cars it's split-second decisions, and I think the only way you could do a split-second decision is based on love, unless you're a superhero. So unless you're saying that we're just superheroes walking around here, it's different. You know, you got that, they got that kryptonite in your body, Krypton.
Right.
You could do, no, but we don't got no Krypton.
But I think something I want to add to that too is like sometimes we're given the media version of I will die for my family, like this slow bullet somewhere, like I'll die for them, I'll die like trying to protect them, I'll jump in front of the car.
Yeah.
But some of the love that we need men to make sure that we get back to and we stand on is will you live for them? So will you get right with your health?
Right.
Right?
Right.
Will you
Yeah,
get
I
up,
like that.
Like I don't care what kind of job you have, but will you get up every day and go work a job sometimes that you don't like?
Right.
That maybe doesn't exactly respect you the way that you want to be respected, but you're gonna figure it out because you have to make sure you provide for those you care about. Love's gonna get you through that,
Yeah.
not just through it, but it's gonna get you thriving through it.
So this is the lesson right here. So I gave you the example, right? I'm gonna do all these things, and then you gave the lesson. This is the example. Here's the lesson. So instead of dying for you,
Yeah.
I can live for you,
Yes, sir.
and that's a more powerful form of love.
Come on.
See? And so it's like, it's one thing to make a split-second decision about your love. It's another thing to think about, how do I sustain this? How do I come up with a longer version of this love? So I think that's really where we have to go.
And something I think, and I'm not sure, if how do you even go to the spot of it, but like something like love changes you, especially when you realize how deeply you love somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know Zoe, you probably even you felt it too when you got sick. Like I knew like I rocked with you. I was like, I put the bat symbol up, we coming through.
Right.
Like, but when you actually like, I actually saw it myself. Like that fundamentally like changed my relationship with you. And I think what love does, like I love you.
Yeah.
And
I
then
love
now
you. Yeah.
I say it to you though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like I make sure like when we do talk on the phone, when we do like I'm like, nah, like he needs to know every time I love him.
Wow, I appreciate it.
Right? Because you start asking this question like, yo, what you mean who? Not the it was like it was during a time with like it was like Kobe, Abdul, like people that like in my head,
Right.
like he's dream chasing them. Like what are we talking? Like not that, but like I hold you in that high of esteem. But like it really was that sometimes you don't get the second shot to be like,
Right.
yo, I want him to know without a shadow of a doubt that like that I love him, not just through my words, but like, yo, damn, I missed the event. I'm making it to the next one. Damn,
Right.
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pull up. Like I'm going to show it in these
Accountability. That's saying that I'm accountable, even though it's like, yes, I sent you to the event. You don't have to come, but it's like I'm a part of something. We're in this together.
Yes.
And so it's, the relationship is one where and like you said, it's reciprocal. If you're gonna do an event, I'm gonna figure out how to get to the event too. It's not just a one-sided thing.
Yes.
And so I think that is that's intimate. That's powerful. That's different than what we see on TV. And so I think that what we have to do more as men, we have to promote that kind of love. We got to promote caring for each other. We got to promote standing in the gap for each other. We got to promote being there for each other because we need it. You know, I watch people. I know some people that they have done a bad job with their relationships. They've destroyed them in some ways.
Yeah.
And they are very lonely people. You know, they get to, because, you know, we're all going to get to an end of something. And they get to the end and nobody's there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Imagine just being by yourself when you need people the most. When you need them the most and nobody's there.
Yeah.
Because you went through your whole life never really giving your full self to anybody.
So 2 weeks before the beginning of the year, like probably middle of December, I had ran across this Instagram video, and it was this like old white lady talking about a letter that she wrote to herself when she was 40, but she's 80 now, and she's like writing this version of the story, and she's saying that like she's literally going through like every step. Like I wake up, she's like, man, my husband, he looks so strong and vibrant. The kids jump into bed. Like I don't yell at them about being in the bed. I just like I love on them and hug them and kind of slow up my morning, but it's okay.
Right.
Like I make them breakfast. I take the extra time. Like this, if she could have those moments back again. And she's like, man, my mom calls.
Go like that.
I haven't heard her voice in 15 years. I like in all like I actually pick up. I don't like get back to it later.
Right.
And it once again maybe certain things is fundamentally changed, but like something that has changed me going especially into the year because I was processing it was just like last week I was like late for a meeting. I was like 15 minutes late, but it was because like my daughter was having some kind of meltdown around like bringing lunch to school, and usually I'm trying to be like, well, when I was your age, I did, and I just was like, it was on my mind, and I just was, don't worry, I'm gonna take you go get some food right now. I'm gonna drop you up to school because usually I'm a bit early is on time is late, and she's not gonna remember like. You got a lot of things to say, bro.
That's right.
Love that girl.
Yeah.
Drive her to school. Go get some. We got something. We went to Subway, right? They opened up at 8:30. Ran up in there. I was like, yo, can I get a sub? Ooh. The register wound up being messed up. We got the meal for free.
Nice.
Look how God be working.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that I just stopped and was like, you know what? I'm just going to take you. Boom. I'm 15 minutes late. But guess what? Screw them.
Yeah.
Screw. Like, my baby.
Yeah.
My baby.
Yeah.
Like, she needed that little bit of loving.
That's right.
Right? And then we got her little joint, little watch. And she just like, man, thanks, Dad.
Yeah.
And it was just like one of those like,
Yeah.
I got that one right? Like we don't always, right? But it is that reminding of like loving them.
So we all have a story like that. The day that somebody took extra care, gave us extra attention.
Yeah.
And we never forget that. So whatever age she is, how old is she right now?
11.
She gonna remember that. And that can inform, that could change her whole parenting. That just that one incident says, oh, you know what? Sometimes I gotta dedicate a little bit more time to my child, or or she gonna always think about you in a certain way. So whatever the X's you got, she took 5 X's off of that one. She forgot 5 X's because you got some X's too.
Bruh,
Yo, if you got an 11-year-old daughter, you got some X's, bro. Let's talk about those other relationships. So we have our friendships. Then maybe they're not as intimate as some. Yeah. Some of our friendships may be very intimate, but So what are those other relationships that we have, and what is it that we seek from them? What is it that we need from those relationships? These may be the relationship where you don't talk to them every day. Maybe not even 6 months might go by, but when you see them, it's still all good. And so what do you think about that?
I think it's the vibration, right? The vibe, they say, like the vibration, the vibe. Like you be on the same. Some guys from college I don't see, and we go on a trip, and as soon as we connect, it's like we just saw each other.
Yeah.
It's the way we are, the way we talk to each other, the way we our humor. It still remains intact, even if we're not like around each other.
That's true.
I don't know how, but it really does.
Yeah.
And then, and I don't know. And it's like it's a real good feeling, to see your friends you haven't seen in a while, and you can tell stories that you forgot about. It's always stories remembering, and they always remember the part that you don't, which makes the story better. So it's like you remember adolescence with each other, remember things, because you're a different person now. We're grown men,
right?
And I'm 18, 19, 20, maybe 12 years old. So that longevity, it's just something there, right? That just doesn't go away, and it's not, and it's love. Right, it's like an unconditional love, right? Because that's my God. I don't want nothing to happen to him. Your family's good, but yeah, I think that's needed as well. Because those people also kind of center you. Because you be thinking you this and that. You get around them like, remember you do the like, chill, man, calm down.
They know
man.
something.
Yeah, they always do.
You can't see them dudes every day. You can't even bring them on the podcast sometimes. You gotta let them dudes not be on tonight.
Right, but yeah, the moral of it is. It's like no time has passed once you see those friends.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like no one's, and it's always understood too. None of us feel like we neglect each other. We feel like we're all just, doing life.
Yeah.
And we, tap in on birthdays, on holidays, whatever. We tap in with each other and keep it moving. But no one's like, oh man, you all here doing a big, and you want to be like, nah. Everyone's everyone's happy for everyone else, looking for. Congratulate everyone's success, following their journey and all those things, following their kids. But yeah,
the internet helps with that.
Oh, tremendous.
Before the internet, I could go 5 years
Yeah.
and not talk to somebody just because there was no way to talk to them. It was like, I'm not a great phone call person. I wasn't picking up the phone. I just need to see you, and if I see you, it's all love. But I think that one of the things I'll say, just to add to that, I think there's at least two different types of friendships you got.
Yeah.
Where one is like, I intentionally do videos sometimes just to hang out with you. Like, I'm gonna do some videos just because I want to hang out with you, and I know, even though it's your business, but I know that you're gonna do that video, and I also know that I'm gonna get something free out of it at some point. There's a friendship where it's like, yo, you stick around long enough,
Yeah.
you're gonna be in a video.
Oh, yeah.
That's number one. You're gonna be in a video.
Some things gonna roll off. Some things just fall your way. Like,
Yeah.
just hang out. Hey. Oh,
Like, we used to do all those shows before, and it was just like, all you got to do is just hang around and catch Zoe on one day and be like, yo, we should do a cooking show. All right, you want me to do a cooking show? I used to always watch Zoe and Chewy. They do this stuff, and I used to be like, one day I'm gonna be Chewy. He doesn't even know it. I'm gonna be Chewy one day, and Chewy's not gonna be around. And then Chewy's gone. What happened to Chewy?
Future world.
Yeah. He still has a job, and Zoe will hang out with him. They got love, but guess what? Who's gonna be on the show? Me.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I think those type of friends center me, man.
Yeah.
I really think about, I have some high school friends like that and some college friends that, like, man, when I see them, I just, like, I don't know if it's like that version of me comes back out a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah,
It does.
sometimes I think based off of roles and responsibilities, I don't allow myself to kind of relax as much. And it's just like, I've learned not to get lost in it now.
Yeah.
Right? But,
Few days.
man, there's something nostalgic, though, about just, I think with those friends for me, I'm not upkeeping anything.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's just like, it's straight to the like, yo, like how's your soul? Like,
Right.
how you, like, what, like, I already, like you already know, like, you see me at my worst, at my best funny, whatever, and it's just like,
Right.
it's just real with you.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's no, like, people like, oh, I just met Malik 5 years ago, and it's like, yeah, through some business thing, and we kind of
Totally
like,
different guy.
and you're like, yeah, that's a version of
Yeah.
me.
I know him now.
That is a
No, you
version of
don't.
me.
You don't know Malik for real.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's funny because like it's funny when you bring different worlds together. So it's like, I do things where I'll have people that know me for 5 years, 10 years, 30 years, and the 30-year people are like, what the hell is going on with this dude? Like, why, And so it's like it's interesting to have that diversity of friendship and different type of love and different type of connection, and to be able to see how you, and it's like in those situations you kind of have to do a little code switching, because you're like, with these guys you got to go, all right, yo, and then you come over here and you got to be, hey guys, this is Abdul Rahman Abdullah. You got to switch it up on them, so, and just to make everybody happy in a sense.
Yeah.
But it's like all of that is true, but like you said, I think the first one it's a window. Because it's like, the reality is that in many ways, I'm no longer the guy I was 30 years ago. I can act like him for 3-4 days, but after that, it's like, I got a headache, bro. I need to talk about something a little bit deeper,
I think something for me I wanted to add in there too is that a lot of times there's 6 p.m. friends and there's 3 a.m. friends.
Talk about it.
Right? And for me, like my kids, and I think like my wife and everybody, they see a lot of people. Like, we in Target, we're here, or we're talking, we're doing stuff. They're like, oh man, Dad knows a lot of people. Dad knows everybody.
Right.
And it's just like, nah. And then there's the 3 a.m. friends. The ones who I know at 3 a.m. they're gonna call me, and they're not asking why. They're like, yo, where I need to be at.
Yeah.
Send me the location.
Right.
What we own. Right. And those are the friends I even think about, where I think about like I make sure my kids know what they look like. Like, hey, that's Uncle Demetrius, right?
Right.
Like, this is somebody that, like, if it goes wrong, you call him, right? He's going to figure it out, right? Oh, I popped my Achilles, like, call Demetrius. He's gonna come get me.
Yeah.
No, he'll figure it out, and then he'll come get me, and he'll drive your car back,
Right.
And it's like, go get, my boys, right? Like, the ones that I know, and for me, there's a level of like, past the veil that I give them, and access to, that's important for me to have in community that's deeper than just what we do in activities.
Yeah.
It revolves around vulnerability, accountability, responsibility, those shared goals and personality types and visions, because we're growing through life together, not just sitting there and trying to just go through life together.
Yeah. So we leaped over talking about brothers and sisters. This is an interesting relationship because for maybe, depending on where you fall in age order, for like 18 years of your life, you're with them like every day.
Come on.
And then there comes a day where you go to college, they go to college, whatever, they move out in whatever way. And so, and then you see them less and less. Talk about first. Tell us what you have, brothers or sisters, or brothers and sisters, and where are you? What? How do you maintain that relationship? What happens? Where does that relationship fall in the categories?
I have two brothers. I have an older and a younger brother.
I never knew you had. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, one of my brothers was on the show.
That means a lot. He's a middle child.
You remember?
Okay.
No,
Was that your older brother or your younger brother?
That was my younger brother.
I remember him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Yeah.
So we have Jeremy and Craig's my older brother.
Yeah.
And then I have an older sister,
Oh.
Lucretia.
I never knew you had a sister.
You never met my sister?
No.
She was at the yes you did. She was at the release, the Iceman.
I have a bad memory too.
Yeah.
Continue.
Well, me and my sister, we grew up together. Me and my two brothers did not.
Okay.
All right, so me and my brothers, my younger brother, we're probably the closest.
Mm-hmm.
We talk to each other a lot. We're kind of similar.
Yeah.
My older brother was into a lot of bad stuff back in the day. He was going away a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So he was away a lot of the time when I
Spending
was.
some time.
Yeah, he was away a lot of the time. But now he's out. He's been out for my adult life.
Okay.
When I was young, he wasn't around.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't really have too great of a relationship. My younger brother he wasn't here. He was in the military. But when he got out, he started coming around. Over the last 10, 15 years, became real close.
Nice.
My sister, she lived with me. Of course, she's there the whole time, bugging the hell out of me the whole time.
Right.
Yeah, she's my big sister, but she's like my little sister.
Yeah.
Right. Our relationship now is because I've always been like protective of her.
Yeah.
You know, I'll go take her out to eat. Like even now, I'm trying to be intentional. Like I used to take her to breakfast, go to because she used to live right next to the secret restaurant. She used to live next to the.
I got a new secret restaurant, but
I
people
saw
already.
I know the dollar store. You should get that
Excuse my
dollar.
language. I cursed because I was mad about it.
the
I
dollar.
don't usually curse, but people blew that joint up in like
early.
minutes.
Early.
It was like the minute I put it up, it was like I know what that is.
Because you had the dollar.
I gave him a little quick.
That was too. That's only not all right. Anyway, but yeah, me and my sister
so
try to
mad
have.
about
We try to have lunch every once in a while just to see what's going on because we all we're getting old. She's like 3 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So our relationship when we were younger, I was in the sports a lot. So I didn't. My sister was in it. We didn't really see each other a lot.
Right.
Like at night or
Come
whatever.
home late.
Right. And I'm in Farmington. 'Cause I went to school in Farmington. I come home.
Right.
As we got older, it's a little bit better
Mm-hmm.
because I'm trying to be intentional about it because things have happened in my life.
Yeah.
Her life was like, hey, let's make sure you're my sister. I love you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, because it's still fun.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, I try to be intentional so I can see it. My brother just talked to me the other day. Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Trying, but I'm going to start doing. It's just that I just be locked in.
I was gonna say right now I'm not down with the word trying.
Yeah, I don't like that
I
word.
don't want because it's like you either doing or you ain't doing.
I'm not.
Yeah. So you got to start doing.
Yeah, I got to
Just
start doing it. I'm not doing it at all.
'Cause
And I would like to be doing those
Yeah.
things I just mentioned all the time.
Yeah.
I would like to be doing those more, and I'm going to.
You got to be it's intentional.
is,
It's like
it
it's just like saying I'm gonna do it.
Right.
That's
So
a fact.
What you got, Malik?
Man, so I grew up with my two brothers,
Mhm.
Sharif and Tecumseh, and then I have a sister and a brother that I met when I was 23.
Wow.
So my brother Quay and my sister Sade.
Hmm.
And man, I think back to what you were saying is, I'll start with this. My brothers I grew up with, I'm the oldest of everybody,
Mhm.
and then my brothers that I grew up with, man, like, though we're far away. Because
Mhm.
my one brother lives in Japan.
Oh,
my other
wow,
one's down
nice.
in Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but we're tight though.
Mm-hmm.
Like those are my guys, but like we did family in a certain way where like I was like the older brother / dad,
Hmm.
so like I just had to step up in certain ways. My youngest brother is almost 10 years younger than me, so like I'm the third person to hold him.
Right.
I made him bottles. I taught him how to ride a bike.
Hmm.
Taught him how to fight.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Taught him, just how you talk to girls. Like,
Right.
you just think of like all the things that you do as like a young man teaching him stuff. and like to see him, it was like this like it was definitely preparation to even like having kids. So like I have a certain like he's like my baby brother, and I always call him that.
Yeah.
Like my other brother, my little brother, but like I'm like nah, it's the baby brother, and like he's a knucklehead, but like about I love him to death.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like my middle brother was more like we just kind of like my ride or die. That's and he's so me and my youngest brother are like similar size.
Mm-hmm.
My middle brother like 5'9", $180. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like he walk around like he's 6'6".
Yeah.
Like, so like he just and that's just like he just came up. Actually stayed like 3 weeks at the house.
Nice.
And like he's all family.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's just like whatever you need, whenever you need it. Like he just and you just there's an energy about that you just love.
Yeah.
And love to have around you. And then so I switch over to my brother Quay and my sister Sade. If there's like probably the greatest regret that I have right now, it is that I have not done the intentional work of being consistent enough.
Right.
Regardless of anything, without any excuse, any damage that happened from our father not being around, I haven't done the work that I haven't held myself accountable to being the man that I say I am with them. And if there's something that like I would say will haunt me, like that I really struggle with in shame wise, it would be the relationship I have with the lack of a relationship that I have with them that I've taken responsibility for, but I haven't been accountable to changing. I've done different things, but like I haven't. Yeah,
it's hard to be the man you say you are in every situation, though. Just as reality, right? If you take all the situations, can you be the best version of yourself in every one of them? I don't know. Speaking for myself, I don't think I can. Because sometimes I'm like, I don't add up. I'll be like, dang, you really dropped the ball on that one, my boy.
Yeah, but I'm better. Like if they were here talking, like if they were just like, nah, he's a clown. They got it.
They wouldn't say that though.
I hope not, but like, they could though. In terms of it's one of those like when you have the history, like I have the history with like my brother, my brothers I grew up with that like doesn't need the level of maintenance the relationship with them needs because not only do I have to build a relationship, I have to restore what hasn't been built. And then
it's very difficult.
And then that takes a lot of and then what happens is I get caught up in my own world. And I'm not trying to give excuses. I'm just it's just what it's been, and I haven't done what was necessary to. And like I try to, I think my brother Quay has given me more grace than I deserve, and I love him for that. He's a firefighter down there in Atlanta. Nice. Like does his thing, but like my sister, I think she's really taking it, and that's been a struggle.
Yeah, I would say that as life continues on, I think it is a little bit of work. Like I don't like when things are work. I like when things are easy. We're on episode 80, so
80. Let's go.
And my brothers still haven't been on the podcast. I just want to say we started off making that as a joke in the first couple episodes.
They don't want to.
But they're not like that. Maybe one of them is, but he's busy. But I think that
if we make that movie into a book, another one will come. We make that movie into a book.
Which movie?
Dutch Point. You make that into a
book.
Yeah.
He'll
be on the show.
All right, don't say people's names. Anyways, I think that at the end of the day, though, I feel like in a way our life got disrupted. I feel like we were very close. Like, my oldest sister, I feel like that's the person I was closest to. Yeah. She's 5 years older than me, but she was like truly a big sister. Truly like a big sister. Like when I was my sister, I always tell people my sister had a boyfriend when I was like a little kid who was the most handsome dude you'd ever seen in your life. The dude was handsome. And I mean, he was like, she'd always have these cool boyfriends. Like they would be like boyfriends that you would be like she had one boyfriend that looked like LL Cool J. Right. Like literally, like maybe it was LL Cool J. It was like LL Cool J coming to the house, he's gonna give me a haircut. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, LL Cool J. And so I think that, my sister, I always have regrets with my sister because I felt like she was truly a big sister, but then And when I started my people, I feel like in some ways because of being the boss of my people, our roles switched a little bit, and I always regret how the last couple times I saw my sister, because I feel like I could have had more grace, been less like just remember that she was the big sister, like she was the one that did a lot of stuff for me, and I think when the roles were reversed, I don't know if I did as good of a job. And so then I would say my brothers, I have 3 younger brothers, and I think we're cool. Like, if we see each other, it's cool, But it's like, when are we gonna see each other? I don't know. When we're gonna see each other. They might come by one day. And then my sister, she lives in Arizona, and my little sister, she gave me a kidney. My first kidney, she gave it to me. So she's to me like she can't do no wrong. She call me right now and be like, "Yo, Dad, Abdul, I need."
You tell the kids call hear him. Yeah. What up, Dad?
Abdul, I need $5,000. I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna be mad about it, but I'm gonna give it to her because like she gave me. I wouldn't be none of the things that I am right now without a kidney. I'd have just been sitting in looking, hey guys, what's up? I wouldn't have made nothing. So you gotta that she holds a high esteem in my life. But I say that we got disrupted. I asked my mom this a lot lately. My parents had 6 kids, and they adopted 4 more. And so it's like, I keep asking her, what were you guys thinking? And my mother told me the other day, she was like, yo, we didn't think it would be that big of a deal. We didn't think it would be that hard. We already had 6 kids, so what's 4 more? And I'm like, yo, 4 more is a lot.
That's almost half.
And the thing is, all 4 were older than all my siblings. And so it made, in some ways, I always talk about how it made my house, like I didn't want to be at my house. So I was trying to get out. And then we moved to Connecticut. That even made me more like, I got to get out of this place. And so for the longest time, I was always like running away. Like literally and figuratively, I was like trying to get out of here. And so it made it where, everybody at one point in my life, they were like the ops, and I was like, I just wanted to use a little hip hop word.
Okay. Yeah, AI's gonna take that. All I do is find ops, and it's gonna use that one.
So no, but it was like we weren't connected. Like I was like on this mission to get back to New York. I was on a mission to get away from here. And they were just like trying to just live their lives, just being normal people. And so I think that, but like I said, me and my brother Omar, we love, I think I love Adidas a little bit more than him. But for a long time, we used to go buy sneakers and all that kind of stuff. With each one of my siblings, I have something I could tell you that we specifically do. And so, but I think that the relationships, it's like, I don't feel like any of them are like saying like, I want to go hang out with Abdul today, like it's just like something fun's gonna happen. But I think things are fun when you're around me. But I just think they're like, this dude's a jerk. I think they think I'm a jerk, so they don't. They like everybody else loves me, and then my brothers are like, come on, this dude.
What's interesting with that is that like,
have you seen my brothers? Have you seen how they act?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I think about my brothers and like the role of being the oldest, but like having to step up in certain ways, like a father would.
Yeah.
And how it hindered on my end our relationship of me always being like on them versus trying to build a relationship.
Right.
And then so now I'm always on accountability, always on trying to back up my mother, always on like trying to hold them to like be a better man.
Yeah.
And then I was like, then I got a place where I was waiting.
Right.
So I was waiting for like my middle brother to kind of grow up.
Yeah.
He kind of struggled, right? Like he wanted to still run around. He wanted to still, and then my baby brother, like I was waiting for him because I wanted this, like I didn't know what it was gonna feel like or look like, but like this place where like, all right, you guys are responsible young men. Now we can go travel. Right. Now we can go hang out and do stuff. Now we can go, and then it's like they wouldn't get it together. And then I just remember one day. They're living in Norwich, and I'm working there, and then I hear some stuff that had happened at the house. They run around acting crazy. They sleep until 11, 12 o'clock, smoking, drinking, doing whatever they're doing. And I just was like, yo, no, we're not doing that, man. Right. And I dragged both of them to the military. Oh. So then that threw them away from me. So then it's 4 years of not seeing them, 5 years of not seeing them. Then my one brother, he gets stationed in Japan, so then he just kind of stays out there. Right. My other brother now, he's a defense contractor in Alabama, near Huntsville, near NASA. So he's just it. So now it's like maybe once, twice a year I might see him,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Right.
But like
It's hard to build on that though.
it is, and then it's like trying to be like now I got all these responsibilities, and we still kind of on like different pages.
I have a question then. So if you didn't do that, how do you think your relationship would be now? If you didn't say, "Hey, go to the military," because obviously they have those are two
Great
great
jobs.
careers. Yeah, they got great careers because of that. But
Oh.
if you chose not to,
Yeah.
would your relationship, you think it would be closer now, or would it be what?
No, I think that I'll be talking to him from a
Behind
faded
the jail?
glass up north.
Yes, yeah.
But the thing about it was that like I've never got that chance to be selfish with them.
Mm.
Like the one where it's like, yo, let's go. Like when they're younger, they don't have the money to go travel really, and it's like or like it's not responsible for them to. And look, we ain't. You're 22, 24 years old. I'm not sponsoring trips right now.
Right.
Like you got to be a man about it, right? If
Wanna
we go
go.
out, like I don't mind grabbing dinner or doing some stuff, but like you gotta. And there's these things where once again I'm trying to hold them responsible, like I'm there. Versus, you know, you. And once again, it's me comparing, but like other people I see where it's like they get to go do stuff with their brothers, right?
Yes, yeah.
Like, I can go to my brother's house
Mhm.
and we can go and do, and you're like, yo, that's just because like I put so much into them.
Yeah.
Right? Oh, I'm gonna grab the Sally Mae loan so you can get back into school and finish up.
Yeah.
I'm right, and like I just want you to succeed, and then I also want the time for us to just for me not to have any expectations,
Yeah.
to just kind of be like, yo, let's kick it.
Yeah. It's hard to do though. It's hard to do, but you know what?
Building our relationship. We're about to get out of here, so.
Yeah,
we're
dying all over the place.
So before we go, any last comments, statements, thoughts about relationships? Any last things you want to leave the viewers with?
Relationship goes both ways.
Okay, it's a two-way street.
Two-way, both. Like you were saying before, we both want to put in 50, both put in 50. Both put in 100, put in 100. But you got to come in. You can't expect the other person to pull majority of the weight.
Can't have them pull the weight. Yeah.
And it should be reciprocal.
Reciprocal.
Yes.
What you got, Malik, before we go?
All right, so before we go, just something real quick on the idea of speaking life to yourself. Right?
Okay,
I know
all right.
kinda
Oh, you can start that now. You
have
can start that now. We're gonna start
Right,
that
so
now.
Okay.
so I'm becoming the man I needed when I was my younger self.
Mm-hmm.
I give myself grace for what I didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm not behind. I'm building something forward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to prove my worth. I walk in it.
Nice.
I lead myself with honesty, discipline, and compassion.
Mm.
I choose growth over ego, presence over performance, and purpose over fear.
Nice.
I am rooted. I am learning. I am ready. Let's get it.
Let's get it. What you guys? Are you gonna speak life into yourself? To yourself, not to
myself.
somebody else. This is for you. This one is for you, Zoe.
Well, from this conversation, I'm gonna try to not say try again. How about that?
Yeah.
I'm going to do things
That's right.
more intentionally.
Yes.
What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to do what I do with my mental health and my fitness. I make schedules and things. So I think I'm going to do, I'm going to do the same for the people I need to speak to. Monthly, weekly, whatever, check in with them, make sure they're okay. And sometimes I need that as well. Sometimes you may need to talk to someone and you don't even know that you may need it more than they do, to make you feel better. One of the questions was about like who do I feel, we didn't get to that one, about who I feel most comfortable around. And at this point in my life, everybody I hang around, I do. I'm staying in the world all the time now. I don't hang with people I don't like.
Yeah.
I just don't do that.
It's a headache.
So
Yes, sir.
the people I'm around are the people I want to be around. And the people around, normally when I leave those people, I get something from them. I get like some type of energy or some type of like excitement about something. And those are the type of people I want around me. And I'm hoping that I at some point when we're together, I give them that same type of energy to want to do more, whether it be for your business, for your family, for your friends, or for anyone in general. So I say that to start anything, the conversation is about relationships, but the first person you need to concentrate on is yourself, your self-worth, the happiness you may have. You need to find ways to make yourself better, and what ways you see yourself wanting to get better, whether it be spiritually, whether it be financially, you want to save for some money, you want to get a new car, you want to do whatever. But there are resources out there as well for you to find people to help you, get back to yourself. And there are times in your life where you loved yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Those times that you loved yourself, those are the times you should remember what you loved about yourself. What were you doing at those times? You write those things down. I do that. Like when I have a list of things that I love to do. So if I would feel some type of way, like yesterday it was a snowstorm. I was watching movies. I did all of them, and I had to get out of there. But I did everything that I like to do. So when you're down, whether what life is doing, whatever it's doing to you, just remember, try to center yourself, right? Get back to yourself. Have those quiet times in the car by yourself. Find a still place for yourself and just think to yourself and what you want for yourself and what you want for people that you love around you. And just make when you wake up the next day, make that day about that. Make that day about that, and I can almost guarantee you that everything after that, like your business, it'll feel a lot better, and you'll feel like you're getting closer to what you're trying to accomplish because you're taking care of yourself first. You're not going to go do something when you're razzled already, because that's really not going to help you in whatever you're trying to do. So, self-love, self-worth, all that is so very important. It's not egotistical. It's not you being selfish. It's kind of funny how the word self is in there, right? But you have to be selfish for you to be any good to anybody that you really love.
Come on.
Right now, you are as old as you have ever been. Right now, this very moment, you're as old as you've ever been. And you know what? You've been doing pretty good. It took a lot for you to get to this very point, this very moment. And you're doing pretty good. You're doing pretty good. But guess what? There's more. There's more for you. There's like, you still have life to live. You still have dreams to accomplish. You have places to go. You have people to inspire, to impact, to change, make them better. You have been sent here to change this world. Like, just by you going into a room, your presence sometimes can make a difference in somebody's life. You don't know it. You don't realize it. But I just want you to know that you, right this moment, are as old as you've ever been, and you are doing great. You are actually getting better every single day. You are getting better. Your mind is sharper. You have new ideas, better ideas. You may have an idea. No, not may. You have an idea that's gonna change somebody's life for the better. You have an idea in you that you're gonna share with them. You're gonna share it, and somebody's life is gonna be better because of you. You've been built. You've been made for this moment in your life. You've been made to do the things that you're doing. And there's more. You know, you've had some success. Oh, you've had some success. You've done some traveling. You've been the person you want to be. But guess what? There's more.
Yes, sir.
In this last little phase, this last quarter, this last 50 years you got, I don't know how much time you got, but baby, in the time that you got left, you're going to do some amazing things. The tank ain't empty. The tank ain't empty. I think the tank still got quite a lot of gas in it. And so you have to go out there every single day and take a chance. Take a chance on yourself. Keep trying stuff. We say never stop dreaming because we got to believe that there's one more. Maybe there's 10 more. Maybe there's 10 more we can have. And so I believe in you. You are as old as you've ever been, and you're just getting better. You're just getting better. And I know that there's something out there for you. So but the only way you got to play the game. You got to be in the game. You got to be in the game to get the fame. You got to be in the fame to get the game. You got to be in the game to get the fame. You can't raise up the trophy if you're not in the game to the end. So we're going to play this game out, and let's see what happens. I say never stop dreaming. You're the best. Peace. And everybody else out there, peace. We'll see you guys next week. We're coming back. Another episode of the Man Tree Podcast. We're feeling good right now. Hey, check in on your relationships. First, deal with yourself. Deal with the other people. Deal with your intimate relationships. Don't just push this off to the side. This is very important stuff. And we appreciate those who listen. We'll be back next Tuesday, 6 o'clock sharp. 2 more guests. And I say peace. Thank you to Malik Champlain.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,